I face you at last, my brother, said Guiliman. Mortarion chuckled. You make it sound as though you've brought me to heel and beat me in combat. After 10,000 years, you remain pompous. Look around you. I have you. I have won. You have not won yet. If this is not a victory, said Mortarion, then I should probably consult one of your tedious manuals to better acquaint myself with the meaning of the term. It's not over! Guiliman continued his efforts to free his arm while he spoke. Mortarion glanced down at the Emperor's sword. Father gave you his blade, I see. Or did you take it off his dead knee? I suppose it matters not. You will not wield it against me. Fight me, you coward! Growled Guiliman. The flames of his sword flared. Mortarion laughed. Do you think I would stoop so low as to fight you, my brother? Look at me! He spread the shrouds of his wings wide, fanning Guiliman with plague winds. You are so far beneath me. I am mightier than you could ever be. Why would I waste my strength on crushing an insect like you? Instead, you save your wickedness for my people who cannot fight back, said Guiliman. How noble of you! Wickedness, said Mortarion. This is what you see? I've brought them salvation from the hell our father created. I bring them the joy of endless rebirth. I bring them life. You cast yourself as some warlord prophet, but you are a slave. Oh, I pity you, brother. You have deceived yourself. It is you who is the slave, hissed Mortarion. The slave of our uncaring father, who made us do his bidding, who you trod the path he laid out for you without question, sure that his lies he told were the truth, too stupid and trusting to question them for yourself. You never saw what he did to me. The first time I met him, he stole me from my life struggle. It was nothing to him, a bump in his smooth road to godhood. He took what I had worked and suffered for, and he did not care. He called himself the Emperor. What kind of emperor is a being that is so pompous to claim such a title? Who takes and takes the affections of his sons and gives them so little in return? He would not even deign to tell us his name. You swallowed it all. The poison milk from our machine mother. Machines he created. Things that we are. I tried his way. I should have never compromised my own principles, but I did. I was the champion of the common people. I abandoned them for a galactic despot. Now, I serve the people once again. Mortarion glared at Guiliman with milky eyes, defying him to challenge his pronouncements. If I am a puppet of an uncaring master, then what are you? Said Guiliman. A being who wallows in warp power while crying hatred for the witch, a plaything for corruption and disease. You blustered long and hard against psychic power, and claimed total fearlessness and indomitability where none could match. Yet when faced with death, you failed. Mortarion flinched and rose up in the air, his insect's wings beating quickly. You do not know what you speak of. You do not know what it's like. I was shown the depths of suffering of a kind you could never understand, and as death beckoned, I was given the power to withstand it. I know no suffering, Guiliman laughed bleakly. I saw my brothers, many of whom I loved, all of whom I respected, turn their backs on our Creator and plunge the galaxy into war. I saw humanity reach for one golden moment of peace, brush it with their fingers, and then I saw you and the others spit upon it and tear it away. I died at the hands of my kin, and awoke to a galaxy so far from the glorious enlightenment of the Emperor, it resembles a Catholic hell. You turned your back on all you claimed to be, cravenly, and without a second thought. Where was my brother, who could weather any storm? Whose body could shrug off any poison? Who would never, ever give in? What happened to him? The Mortarion of old would never have allowed this. He would have died with honor. You must have seen, as your warriors were transformed into hulking monsters, what awaited you should you say yes to salvation. You, who called yourself the strongest of us, the rotundable, the master of pain or sorrow. Oh, how hollow those words seem to me now. I at least know what I am. I look at myself, and through I perceive many failures. I know with the unshakable certainty that I perform the duty that I was created for. That I fight for the preservation of mankind! Then do you not fight for the Emperor? Asked Mortarion, his voice an insulting rattle. I fight for what he believed in. An advocate's quibbling. You fight for yourself. I remain a champion of humanity, whereas you are nothing but a lackey of evil. Am I? Said Mortarion, his wings beat softly. Then tell me, Rabute. If our father was so good, look me in the eye and tell me that he loved us all as any father should love his sons. Guiliman stared at him, his jaws clenched in anger. Mortarion laughed. It began as a wheezing in his lungs, thick with phlegm, rattled up in his dry throat, and cracked his teeth together behind his breathing mask before hissing out puffs of yellow gas. You know, don't you, Rabute? You've seen it. He wagged one long skeletal finger at his kin. I knew something was different about you. He leaned in close. You spoke with him on Terra. Tell me, what did he say? Did he plead to be released? Did he beg you to set him free from the Golden Throne? Guiliman said nothing. Oh, my brother, it cannot be, Mortarion said in mock horror. Did he say nothing? Is our father dead? He stood back and shook his cadaverous head. Of course he isn't, is he? Not in any real sense. Beings like him are beyond mortality. You are so misguided. He sought only godhood. And, in a way, he has what he wanted. He is a corpse god, a lord of death more terrible and vile than my adopted grandfather, who offers those who follow him the gift of endless renewal. Mortarion gestured with silence. You look at this land and see only ruination. It is a shame for you that Nurgle's provincials are invisible. Where you see destruction, I see but one phase in the cycle of death, rebirth, felicity, and decay. It is glorious, colorful, vital even, so much more than our father's pale lies. All secrets might be known within the warp, said Mortarion. It is timeless and endless. Everything that has happened here is a reflection there. Every moment can be accessed, every lie heard, every broken promise relived. I have been deep within, far from Nurgle's garden, into the realms where secrets flock like corpses. I've found many interesting things there. Do you want to know what he made us? Why he made us? He drew back his scythe. Do you think it was for affection? I think once I crippled you, and you lie blind and useless in an iron cage, begging to die, I might tell you. And then your fine words here will burn in your mouth. Mortarion made a wet, clotted sound behind his mask. His white-eyed gaze moved over Guiliman's limbs. But that is yet to come. Legs first, I think, he said. You will not be needing those at all. Don't worry, my brother. My scythe is sharp. It will only hurt a little.